So, starting a new career or maybe a new chapter in life can be overwhelming at times for many young professionals with mounting stress leading to burnout. So, joining us this morning on some guidance to avoid emotional overload is Laura Stoia, author of Own Your Power Within. And that is, by the way, a number one Amazon bestseller. So, congratulations, Laura. That is something that's quite a milestone to make it to. But it's kind of a popular topic right now. A lot of people facing burnout, and it can happen to anybody. And so, what are some of the things that people can do to maybe recognize the early signs of burnout before it becomes full blown exhaustion and out of control?
Well, first, thank you so much, Chloe, for having me on your show today. It's really important to get these messages out to as many people as possible, and that's why I'm here today. So, thank you again. So burnout itself can show up a little bit slower. So sometimes it shows up like you're a little more tired after you've already slept, or you're extra irritable, or you've got a little tension in your jaw or in your neck or something like that, where panic and anxiety kind of show up quicker. So they're a little bit different. So when you get the little butterflies in your stomach, or you get that little feeling in your throat where it's a little bit harsh, or your breath changes. That's how you can tell really quickly that these are happening. The stress, anxiety, feelings of panic or burnout are on their way.
And a lot of people might rely on some quick fixes, whether it's coffee or, just getting on social media. But what are some, realistic ways to cope with this that could be maybe more sustainable for somebody?
So first, honestly, awareness is the biggest thing. So just the fact that we're talking about this, people will be listening, and to just have that awareness come in is really, really important. So I'm happy you're bringing this up, because caffeine actually mimics symptoms of anxiety and stress. So people don't know that, and a lot of people think, oh, they're young or caffeine doesn't affect them. And I love coffee, so I love coffee in coffee shops, but just all I'm suggesting is explore how it works with you. And just in the exploration, try decaf or try herbal teas, because there are a lot of different options, and then you'll know, oh, well, okay, caffeine does bother me a little bit. Um, so yeah, that's what I would suggest. And as far as things like, uh, you know, I don't know, is it doom scrolling or whatever?
Yeah,
or
on social media, totally. You just like stick yourself
media.
on the internet all the time.
Yeah, and so that actually feeds stress and fear. It actually feeds stress and fear, and people don't realize that. So by overexposing yourself to that, it creates so much more negativity than you think. You think you're staying up to speed on everything, and what's happening is it's just creating, mountains of more stress and anxiety unbeknownst to you. And so for that, what I would just suggest is kindly and gently just notice, and that's where the awareness comes in. Just by having this little bit of conversation, you can do a little tweak by first maybe consider not watching it at night, not listening, not scrolling at night. So that's just one little technique that can work and help your whole sleep pattern.
Perfect, perfect. What are some tools that you can maybe suggest for people to maybe, regulate the stress or, maybe get rid of it if possible? And what about advice for high stress situations? Like say you have a big meeting or a big conference to go to and you have to make a presentation. What's some guidance you have for people?
Okay, so first the obstacles. It's important again to remember and notice the obstacles are distraction and disconnection from awareness. And it doesn't mean you're not aware of your life and things. This is a specific focus that honestly, I wrote this book, Own Your Power Within, specifically to share this specific focus to grab that so that you can quickly go from here to there. So for example, you have a huge all of a sudden you have a huge meeting. There's 100 people waiting in a room because your boss was supposed to do the meeting, but they're sick. And so your big boss says, up, you're up, you got this. And you're like, okay, like I know I had this. So in less than a minute, this is what I'm going to suggest that you do. You turn to a breath practice, and you have breath practice as the very first practice in my book, for a reason, because it really, really worked. And I've chosen one. And it's a specific practice that'll ground you and balance you quicker than you could ever imagine. So that's just from years of working with clients who have all told me this works the best for them in those moments. And you might be like, no, you know what? I don't even have 20 seconds. You really do. They don't expect you to walk in 5 seconds. And so what I suggest is if you can close your eyes, because the idea is to bring you inward to calm your internal nervous system, because what's happening outside of you isn't what's causing, everything. You want to bring yourself in as quickly as you can with your breath, and as quickly as you can, because that's how I designed this work in this book, is really to quickly calm your system in a way that makes you feel balanced, grounded, and calm. So yeah.
Or Laura Stoia with the book Own Your Power Within, #1 Amazon bestseller. Thank you so much for joining us today. In that book, people will be able to find all of the tips and tricks. We have your website there, sacredinsightcoaching.com. And what was that Instagram handle?
It's at Laura Stoia Holistic Healing. And I just wanted to say lastly, look, we're only here for a blink of time. So
Mhm.
what no, I really want you to just really bring yourself home and live your life in a way that matters to you. And just by opening yourself up to bringing you inward very quickly and easily with the practices and visualizations in my book, you'll see how it can work.
Great advice. And we hope people heed that advice as well. Thank you, Laura, for joining us today.
Thanks, Chloe. Thanks again for having me.
Of course.